Hi, I'm Alexander Maxim from Utopian.io. Today, we will continue our series about jQuery events. This is the third part. We will check the submit, scroll, and resize events. But before, I have created some elements with HTML5 and CSS3 to organize our tutorial. Let's see these elements before. Firstly, in my index.html file, I have a hidden or a title jQuery events part 3 form document and window events. I have also a form element with 3 attributes: action, method, and class, and I have a table contains 2 table rows. The first is the title and an input to write the title. The second is a subject and a text area with 6 rows, and a button with type submit, contact us, and this is our form. I have the title to write the title of the subject, then the subject, and after that I will click contact us to submit the form to, for example, the administrator, or to store this informations in the database, for example. This is what I have for the first form, or for my form. I have also a div with the class thanks. This div has just a title: thank you, we will review your message. So when we click on contact us, we will see this message. In the scroll event, I have a div. This div contains just the div is shown, this hidden. Then I have 3 divs, each one with the class show large for the large screen, show MD for medium screen, and show SM for small screen, to apply the resize event. In my style.css, I have some properties for the elements. For example, for the body, I have added the height, for example, to 1000 pixels. For the contact form, some margins and background width, border radius, etc. Also for the label, input, text area. This is the thanks. I will show this div. It's now under the first div. I will change the opacity later, and I have the show div. This is the show div, and I have also 3 divs: the show large with red background and 1000 pixels for width, also show medium 800 pixels and the background is green. For the small, the width is 300 pixels and the background is the blue background. Let's now apply the submit event. But firstly, what's the submit event? The submit event is issued when a form is submitted to the server. This event only fires on the form element, not on the button or input submit elements. What I mean by not for the button or the input submit elements, because in the button I have the type submit, and also for input I have the type submit, but this event, the submit event, doesn't work with them. It works just with the form element. Let's apply it in my jQuery file, in my plugin.js file. So I will start with submit event. I will just copy and paste it. It's just a comment to organize our code. Let's firstly select my class or my form. This is the form with the class contact form. I will select by the dot contact form dot class, and I will apply the submit event. I will add a function for this event, because the function help us to see or to do something when this event applied. Now I will pass a parameter, for example e, and I will prevent the defaults. What I mean by prevent defaults, why I'm using the prevent default method? To prevent the default action of the submit. But what's the default action of the submit? The default action, when we write a title, for example my title and my subject, for example, and when we click contact us, the type of the button is submit, so it will take these values that I have written and transform it to the page exists here in the action attribute. For example, this page it will be a servlet page or PHP page or anything. This page will, for example, store these values in the database or do something in this page. This is the default action of the submit. But now I have added the prevent default to prevent the default action. Then what I will do, I will show the thanks div. This is the class. I will add the slide down method to show this div in, for example, 600 milliseconds. Then I will change the opacity of the contact form. I will use this. It means this element. So I will change the opacity by the CSS method. I will add in the first parameter the opacity or the propriety, then the value of the propriety, for example 0.1. I will add the semicolon, and I will reload my page. I will add a title, my title. Then this is a sample subject, for example. Then I will contact the administrator, and this message will be shown. Thank you, we will review your message. This is a message to the user when he wants to contact the site, for example the administrator or any user in the site. There is many examples to use the submit events. For example, when a user wants to contact the administrator, for example in the same form, I will show a div, for example with a countdown from 30 seconds, for example, to 0, a countdown, and I will give for example, I will give him 2 buttons. The first is OK and the second is cancel. If he clicks on OK, for example, it will the values will be sent to the database. If he wants to cancel the operation, he just clicks on the cancel button and the operation will be cancelled. This is, for example, another example to use the submit event. Now let's move to the second event, which is the scroll event. The scroll event is emitted when the document or an item is scrolled. We can do many things when the document or an item is scrolled. For example, to show or hide elements, to get an alert, etc. To create a function when the scroll equals to a number. So to use this event, I propose to show a div. This div contains just this hidden. We find in many sites this event when we scroll to the bottom. A div, for example, or a slideshow will be shown. This is the benefit of the scroll event. Let's try to do that. So I will add a comment for the second event, I will write the scroll event, and I will check the window. When we scroll the window, when we scroll the window, I will add a function. Inside the function, I will firstly just print the count. I will count the number of pixels that I have so I've moved. For example, I will use the console.log and print the method this dot scroll top. I will print the number and see the result. Now I will open my console and I will this is 100 pixels, 200 pixels, 300 pixels. So when we have this number, I will show the div. I will add a condition if the window, this window dot scroll top bigger than 300 pixels, I will show this div. I need to use, for example, fade in method or effect. I will explain this effect, slide down, slide up, fade in, fade out, etc. in the next tutorials. So I will add a speed for the fade in, and I will see the result. So when I scroll to the bottom, the div will be shown. This is what I need for this scroll for this event. Sorry. I will add else if this condition is less than 100 pixels, I will fade out, I will hide the elements. I will just copy and paste it. This is what I need for this event. For example, it's just an example. When the number is 300 pixels, I will show the div, and when I move to the top, I will hide the elements. This is a simple example. We can add some examples, for example, to add a list of friends, and when you scroll to the bottom, you will show some message or some, for example, other friends. It's another thing to use the scroll event. I have also the resize event. The resize event is fired when the document view has been resized. We can do many examples by this event, and today I will generate the responsive or a responsive div by the resize event. Let's start, but firstly I will just remove this div because we need just the divs of the resize event. I will add a comment resize event, and I will firstly add a condition if the window, I will always use the window because the resize, I will resize the window like that, and when we resize the window, we will do something with the resize event. When the window dot width, when the width of the window is bigger than 992 pixels, I will show the large div. I will use the show effect in 600 milliseconds, else if the window, I will add two conditions with the end. So I will add this condition is bigger than 768 and less than 992. I will show the medium div. Then else I will add another condition if it's the window width is less than, for example, 768. I will show the small screen or small div, sorry, in the small screen. I will firstly reload my page, and this is the large screen. Great. Now when we resize the window dot resize this event, I will add a function as always, and inside my function I will copy these conditions like that and paste them here. I will just add some modifications for this code. So here missing yeah, just organize your code. Great, like that. I will show the large screen and hide the other divs. I will hide like that, hide the medium and small divs and show just the large screen. And in the medium, when the width of the window is bigger than 768 and less than 992, I will show the medium div and I will hide the others. Also for the small screen, I will copy and paste. I will hide the large and medium divs and I will show just the small div. And I will reload. This is the large screen. I will resize. This is the medium screen, and I will resize more. This is the small screen. This is the small screen. So I will reload my page. This is the small screen. When I resize, this is the medium. I will reload also my page, and when I have the large screen, I will reload. This is a responsive div using the resize event. This is what I have today. I hope that you understand all what I did. Thank you for your watching and have a great day.